Why do you believe what you believe? Because at some point in your life, you trusted the information that somebody was giving you. And that someone you trusted told you that a car was a car, a tree was a tree, a bird was a bird, the blue stuff above you is the sky. And that's the way that we began to determine what we believe to be a fact. Most of the things that we believe to be a fact in our lives are told to us through our stories or the news that we hear. So my question would be, if they were deceiving you with the stories they tell you, would you be able to recognize that?
Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday night, 5/21/2024. It is 67 degrees outside the FFN network studio. I am one of your hosts, Blaze Man. We're glad that a lot of you is boosting up real quick. I appreciate it. Just keep coming. Let that ticker roll, baby. Thanks for joining us here on The Way We See It. Again, I am one of your hosts, Blaze Man, and we got a pretty great show for you folks tonight. So stick around and don't go nowhere, because the next 2 hours is going to be pretty good. And excuse me. And I want to start off with one of our first panels. He's been with the FFN network for he started off as a fan, and then decided he wanted to put out some of his skills and stuff. With any further ado, we're gonna bring on Mr. D.
Good afternoon, Blaze Man. Good afternoon. I grew some testicles, brother, on your advice, man, to come on the
show. So how's the weather? How's the weather outside the D-Man's studio?
91, boss.
91.
Yes.
Wow. We hit 78 today.
78 today.
Change. Yeah, we did. So, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to bring on another guest. He is the man that just follows it all, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think there's anything we want to talk about as far as politics that this man doesn't not know much about. And without further ado, let's bring him on, Mr. Donald. What's up, buddy? What's happening?
Not much, just chilling. Trying to stay out of the heat. It's 90
trying
degrees.
To stay out.
I like it, man. I got to find somewhere else to live in the summers.
Right. Yes. What are you looking at? What's the temp out there outside your studio?
I think it was like 90. Let me look. I don't know.
Damn, 90. That's crazy
93.
shit. 93. But here's gonna 93. Thank you. All right, let me get this, because this is to introduce this guy, ladies and gentlemen, is just like no, I didn't put it there. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm working on it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working on it. Anyways, yeah, here we go. So, the
enforcer, the intimidator.
I'm losing. Go ahead, keep going. Thank you. I appreciate it.
What, you're gonna Mr. B? Got it, man. What you just did? What the hell?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna bring on the man of the mountain when he climbs it up there in New Hampshire. You know what I mean? And he's got a special place in his heart for all the women that come and watch his show, Politicking with Mr. B. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in the man himself, Mr. B.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you. As I was walking down the street, where this girl I heard it needs dance by the light of the moon.
All right.
Buffalo gals, come out tonight.
Yeah, okay.
He's got his coveralls on, man.
They don't like you that much.
Let him
go. Hey, listen. We're not going to ask Mr. B how the weather is outside his house, because we already know, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, folks. It's your old friend, Mr. B here. It is currently 18:30 hours in Epping, New Hampshire, and we are under thunder and lightning storm conditions.
Coming down pretty good there, big.
Mr. B, I'll see you soon. Take care.
Equally as still in this particular rate, and we were not expecting this at all. Fortunately, I do have the windows in my car closed for the first time in quite a while.
Well, yeah, it was coming down pretty good. Pretty good.
That's a nice Trump sign you got out there in your front.
That's a beautiful
yard.
Trump sign was given in by some people who are wonderful people working for the Republican Committee here in New Hampshire.
Really? How many times has it been kicked over or kicked down?
Well, in the winter time, people tried to do some things or whatever else, but they wound up
Use
hitting
it as a
because
shovel?
it got packed into packed wet snow and ice and frozen up, so it stayed right where it was.
Is that
Gotcha.
B?
Yes, sir.
B, is that true? What
What's
Blaze
that?
was telling me that you use that Trump sign for your interlocking fires of your squad.
I put the claymores behind it.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
You got a right limit for one person, the left limit for the other. It's the Trump sign, fellas.
Yeah, there you go. Put the
Hey, I like the
KC
defense.
right there.
I
I
like
like it, B.
it. I'm with you, man. Hell yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Yes, sir.
Gotta do it.
So,
Gotta do it. By the way, and of course, Maxine Waters had nothing to do with it.
She had nothing to do with it. Listen. I got her in archives, okay?
Yeah.
And just
I come get
you
there
know,
and yell at you. Oh no.
running her mouth about just whatever, back then when she was at about the gas stations, kick them out or whatever and stuff like that. So,
Oh no! I mean, you didn't hear the latest one she came out with about saying how if Trump loses, then all these people are going to come down from the mountains, from the hills with their guns and attack the nation. Did you hear about that?
if Trump
They-
loses,
If Trump loses, what are we going to do what are we going to do to protect the nation from all the people coming down from the hills with their guns?
Hey,
You didn't hear
hey.
that?
Let me
No.
tell you, I can answer that question. You don't need to protect the nation. The motherfuckers in DC need to get worried. People like Maxine need to get worried. The rest of us normal citizens, we don't have to worry about that shit because they coming for your ass, not
She should
mine.
come out with that lady one herself.
Amen, bro.
Buy a fucktard medicine. Honest Christ.
Yeah.
But why is it though when the Democrats sound off with physical threats? Because you remember old Maxine, she says, "You see him in the gas station, you get up on their face." And,
Yeah,
that's
right.
it.
You know,
That's the
yeah,
video
yeah.
we have. Yeah.
You know, and but when you get an NFL kicker talking about womanhood and careers
Oh, damn.
and trying to focus on the family, what the fuck is wrong with that message?
Nothing. Why did he get
What-
berated or something?
Oh, brother, the left is just attacking me.
Oh, yeah.
But then I'm gonna jump right to the point. You know, that wholesomeness this guy talked about, guys girls having a careers, but you have womanhood, and something you'll accept or you'll go on with your careers. But what kills me is that I wouldn't say he's protecting anything. He's just expressing his views. What the fuck do you think the Muslims, why do you think that women wear hijabs? Because they protect them.
Christian values these days are as popular as a rope factory in Jesse Smollett's backyard.
Very well said, Mr. B. Very well said. And I've made the points on this show and with other folks about the possibility of Muslims living with us in the Western civilization.
How'd that conversation go?
We've had it on the show, Blaze.
Yeah.
But
We've talked about that.
I'm about to. That's going to be my thing for tonight. Go ahead, Donnie.
we've been living. Muslims and Christians have been living peacefully for centuries, for a long, long time. Let's
Absolutely.
get something straight right now. The extremist groups like ISIS and all these other really far extreme Muslim religious groups are known as jihadists, right? terrorists, right? They're completely different than the normal everyday demons. I told you, man. Ate better
I'm
in Iraq
listening.
than, I mean, even in any time in my army career out in the field, the best I ate was from a man who practiced the Islamic religion, and he fed the shit out of us on the FOB. That was 2002 and 2006, 2007. Sitting in Iraq, fed the shit out of us. Never ate better. So that's distinguishing that difference. And I think that difference in that line just gets
I'm giving you that right there, buddy.
Donnie, we're losing sound on you, bud.
A little bit, bro.
Can you give us a mic check?
Oh, it's there.
Okay.
There
All
we
Oh,
right.
Where's the train?
All right.
So-
and B,
so-
you missed this. B gave you this.
Yeah, I know.
man, you got a little jump on me. That's all right, bro.
Go ahead,
I'm ready
D.
to fight tonight. Go ahead,
Uh-oh,
B.
here we go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Por
You know,
Santa, Pato.
I grew up next door to people that were from Iraq, and I never knew that there was any ill will or any ill feelings at all from people that were from that area of the world. Because anytime that we had an issue, and when my mom got really sick when I was very young, they came over, they helped us, they took care of us, and we were fed, we were cared for, we were loved, and we were treated as cherished and friends and neighbors throughout my entire life growing up. I never had any indication at all that there was any kind of hatred towards Christians
Well,
from
why-
people who are Muslim until 1979 happened.
Right. What
You know,
I mean,
go ahead, boys.
what would though? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you could get along and coexist, with these people. You know what I mean? There's just certain things, that, in other words, I'm Christian, whatever. Well, I'm not Christian, but say I was Christian, and I go to church and I do this, and there's just certain things that Christians believe in, and these people, become your friends. That's the only thing I see that would be like something that would, as a difference in people, their religion, So go ahead, D.
So this First Amendment right is all it's all new to me. And when you're in the army, you don't have things, you can't express yourself the way we're doing here. And then plus with my civilian career, I held a secret clearance. So all this freedom of expression is kind of new to me. And sometimes what's the word I'm looking for? Hesitate, concerned, confused about the topic and stuff. And I just want to make one more point about this coexisting. And coexisting, when I think of coexisting, the other word I think of to the right of it is assimilate. Can they assimilate to Western civilization, democracy, the way we do it here? I am a little concerned, man. And I'll tell you the point. I've never met a Muslim outside of Iraq or Saudi Arabia. I've seen them on the roads and stuff. So all my interactions with them were very negative. Very negative. But I do want to make this one point. And I've seen the face of women crying, the Shiites running from the heavily dominated Sunnis, and they would come through our checkpoint and stuff. And there's a lot of pain in that religion. And if we can't stop it at this rate with Hamas, I mean, the Iranian president, I'm pretty sure we'll talk about that a little bit later. But look what is just happening in this country. And I yield. I'm a little burnt right now.
All right, he'll come back to you.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ghost.
Oh, I just, once again, here you go with this coexistence. Can they live together now? Coexist now. So stop trying to predict something in the future that's already happening. I think that's mistake.
Yeah, you're right.
What the
You're right.
think?
Yeah, you're right.
So it
It's
happens
happening.
now. It's just once again, a few dumbass Americans that think that our way of life or our laws and their rights and their opinions or whatever, they think they matter outside of the boundaries of the fucking United States. News check, flash, learn something, whatever the fuck you want to say right now. But all them rights and privileges that everybody thinks they have, once you hit international waters, guess what? You don't have them fucking things no more. So you get your ass over to Israel, you get your ass somewhere else, and you express all this shit, you get your ass hemmed up. Stop thinking that it applies to you somewhere else. So that's why you have a negative thing with interactions, Demas. I'm just
bro. I see it. I see it. I see it on the big stage, man. I
here's
see
the
it on
deal
the big
with
stage.
your assimilate. If you make laws and you communities and everybody in those communities enforce those laws, and we make assimilating to democratic society a norm instead of an option on your asylum paperwork or your citizenship paperwork, whatever. It's not an option. If they want to get to democratic, you have to, or guess what? Your ass don't get to come. I hate to tell you. Another part of humanity. We can't help everybody. Our house is broken. We can't do shit. How are we going to help everybody else? Sorry, bro.
No, they'll come in. This is how you fix the house. The Christian values and ways, they're not working. Let's go the Muslims' way. Let's go Sharia law. Oh, we'd have less crime. We'd have less crime. Go ahead, B.
Go ahead, B.
Crime.
All right, I want to touch on base on a couple of things here, and yeah, I don't know if either of you or any of you remember, but just before pre-COVID, there had been an advertising campaign that was coming out, and people were saying things, and then these kids were saying, "Oh yeah, we learned this in school. Yeah, take your shoes off before you go in the house. Why would you want to bring the dirt from outside into your house?" And all of that is something that is born of this practice. And okay, people need to learn the adage: "When in Rome, do as Romans do." It's not "when in Rome, do as the French do," folks. No. You're absolutely right, Mr. Ghost. You can't do it. Now, I grew up with the people next door to me, and also I grew up with a young fellow by the name of Ahmed Shafi. His family were from Pakistan. His father, a very skilled eye surgeon, who actually literally saved my father's vision from going blind. And the boy that I grew up with and went to elementary school with and so forth and knew, followed his father's footsteps, and he himself is a very noteworthy and honored eye surgeon as well. And truly, biblical term, salt of the earth, not pillar of salt of the earth people who have no form, never had a form of hate come out of their mouths or is stored in their hearts. So all of this stuff has nothing to do with people being Muslim. It has all to do with the perversion of that faith.
I get that, but I agree with you. I think the whole coexistence and this shit, that's blown out of proportion. It doesn't happen. And this is the why, Morgan Freeman, he says it best. And I don't have these conversations, but on this show, basically. But I don't have a problem with the racism around me because I just don't talk about it. So,
what do you mean it doesn't work? What do you mean it doesn't work? Just look at all of the wonderful things that happen with the Indian reservations.
What doesn't work, Mr. B? What doesn't work?
No shit.
Work? Yeah.
No shit. So,
I don't know, man. That's why I say the whole entire, what's wrong or how you going to stop something, when it comes to Middle Eastern policy or the way people act in Middle Eastern and the religion, you're not going to change a damn thing. So
we're flapping our gums here. I want to hear from the people, the public that's out there. 508-974-4231. Pick up your phone, call us, and we want to hear what you folks out there have to say about this.
Go ahead, D.
So let's take a little history lesson. And am I signed with the Jews? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. World War II, not the Nazis. The Poles, the Germans killed a lot of Poles. We had the opportunity to wax a lot of Germans when Patton went in there and cleaned up house. The Russians had a lot of slaughter from the Germans. Okay, let's go all the way up to Bosnia. Why the fuck did we go to Bosnia? Because Christians were genociding Muslims, trying to live in one country. And look what happened. And they try to do it together. And believe it or not, I'm hearing news through YouTube and some good channels that there's already an uprising going on in Bosnia about the same shit we're talking about.
Right.
Ireland, look at Ireland. Within their own faith, Catholics and Protestant killing each other. You don't think this country can get to a point like that? Oh, man.
Well, to their credit, in Ireland, it's a very different, specific sort of problem. It's very little to do with Protestant versus Catholic, and a lot to do with they want the British influence out of their damn country.
I just want to reiterate one more time what you said, B, is I need to talk to somebody. I want to know if I'm jacked up, Miss Donnie's jacked up, or Mr. B is. Number is 508-974-4231. We got our big boy pants on and we're ready. We're ready. B? D?
No, y'all just trying to fix to me, we're trying to fix a problem that doesn't exist. You're just looking, I don't know. I look at it from a different angle, and I think everybody's wasting their time.
What problem does not exist?
This whole is just what we talked about and opened this show up about. We're talking about Muslims and how they're bad. No, there's bad individuals and people. And then we start talking about Islamic faith. No, that has, just because it's a faith, no different than Catholic and everybody else. And nobody wants to mention the Crusades and shit back in the day. Same fucking bullshit back then. The same bullshit religious war you want to talk about now. Same shit. Well, not everybody in the world's going to get along. Get fucking used to it.
The issue with that is it all gets swept under the rug. The kids aren't taught any of this stuff in school anymore. They don't know about what the Crusades are. You mentioned the Crusades, they'd say, "Oh, what did they sing?"
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit anymore? Because what is the real purpose of high school anymore? That's another subject altogether. Let's talk about that another time, right? Let's talk about that another time.
Right now, what the purpose of high school is. It's to make freaking left-wing liberals fatter than the fat cats they already are.
Whatever. Once I just go back to, you got Christian values and Christian mindsets trying to interact and inject themselves into another religion, another faith, other people of the world that don't want you there. They don't want anything you have to offer. The American values and all that in the Middle East are no different than that salesman that you put a sign in your door saying no solicited so his ass won't fucking knock. I think U.S. policy and everybody going to understand that and stop trying to interject into that part of the world. You're not wanted. Get the hell out.
Ping pong, boys.
Is somebody playing ping pong?
No, that's me. I'm clicking my pen. I'm sorry.
You were clicking
like
something else there, buddy.
No.
I was like, who's watching ping pong? Yeah.
I'm not watching. I'm playing it.
We have a comment here from our resident Floridian expert, Ann Hartford. It says, it can easily, people are not seeing what's happening. Mr. D and Ghost, you are right.
Ghost.
There you go, Ghost. I think that's the best name he's picked so far because you can barely ever make him out. So Ghost is good.
Anyways, it just
once again,
I think the conversation steers away from the root of the problem. The root of the problem is you got extreme terrorism that they want to infiltrate their way. They want their way of life. They know death and destruction, intimidation. Well, give them the same fucking treatment. Stop trying to debate with somebody you know wants to kill you. You can't trust that. So everybody in Israel has a right to exist as people. We got to understand that, because that's one big thing that this Hamas and Hezbollah and all that. They don't believe that Israel has a right to exist as people. They don't believe Jewish people have a right to anything on this earth other than to be second-class citizens to them. That sounds a lot like dictatorship, and we know those things don't survive. So go ahead and just kill them off as it is. Give it to you guys.
I forgot what I was gonna freaking say.
Are you going to take it to break?
Holy
You're
shit!
supposed to do
Yeah,
that like 3
there you
minutes
go. I appreciate that.
This
all right.
brain moment is brought to you by Geritol.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
when
I
both
need
of
more
them
than
gave the phone
Geritol.
number, when both of them, Demas and Mr. B, gave the phone number to call in, that would have been a great time. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true too. 508-974-4231 if you want to call and talk to us. Especially Ann. We haven't heard from her in a while. I'm sure she's got a lot on her mind. But ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back in about 3 minutes. Stick around for more of The Way We See It right here on the FFN Network.
My name is Steven, your public relations officer at FFN Media Network. We believe that every story deserves to be heard. Every voice deserves to be amplified, and every idea deserves to shine. As a small media company, we are committed to creating a platform where content creators, visionaries, and changemakers like you can thrive. You might say to yourself, why do we need FFN Network? Well, let me tell you what we can do for you. 1. Our mission is simple: empower, elevate, and engage. We are not just another media outlet. 2. Our producers will help you build your show, add content, and put you on 15 different platforms. 3. We help you promote your show. Whether it is through captivating articles, thought-provoking videos, or inspiring podcasts, we are here to help you make a difference. What sets us apart? At FFN Media Network, we embrace hard work. Our team of talented producers and creators come from all social classes, ensuring that our content reflects a rich tapestry of experiences, cultures, and viewpoints. Join the FFN team. Join FFN Media Network and be part of a community that celebrates creativity, authenticity, and positive impact. Let us amplify your voice and share your story on FFN Network and with the world. Get to know our founder, Blaise St. Pierre, the new guy in the media industry. So if you have a great idea for a show or a business and want to place an ad on FFN Network, give us a call at 774-704-5145 or email us at ffnnetwork9@gmail.com and join the FFN Network family. Thank you. FFN Network.
Don't pay attention to that guy behind the curtain. Don't. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to The Way We See It. I am one of your hosts, Blaze Man, and to my left of the screen is Mr. D. Below me is Mr. B. And, ladies and gentlemen, everybody knows Ghost tonight because you can't see him, but he's here. So let's get the party started. We just lost Mr. D.
Casper, the friendly ghost, the friendliest ghost you know.
Okay, B, you're getting a little bit too excited there, so you know, relax. No, just kidding. Where the hell did D go? We lost.
I'm not exactly certain. There he is. Welcome back, Casper. How you doing, brother?
We lost D.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so you know, my next pet peeve, right, is look. I already. All right, this might be him. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me.
He's having some technical difficulties, I believe.
So what's your next peeve?
Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah. My next thing is, like I said, I hate flying as it is now, right? So, like, what is going on with Boeing, man? I mean, what is going on? You know, I mean, look, when I was a little bit younger, okay, and now we're talking about older technology. I mean, you barely ever heard about, you know, some kind of plane. It'd be like, you know, the news of the year, if God forbid, if a plane went down, you know. Now it's like they're not only crashing, you know what I mean? They're hitting one another on one runways. They're going on wrong runways where another plane's getting ready to smash into them. You shouldn't be flying through turbulence like this. And I experienced turbulence like there was no tomorrow. That's why I have this like fear. You got to really give me like Valium to get me on a plane. You know what I mean? So, I got a video here, and this is the latest craziness. You know what I mean? Doors blowing off. You know, what do you call them there? The people that tell on their companies. What's the word they use?
Whistleblowers.
Whistleblower,
Thank you, whistleblower. Thank you, boy. Gentlemen.
Whistleblowers ending up dead. What the? Oh, okay.
Yeah, most of the time, I agree. So, you know, and you got a whistleblower that works for Boeing. You know what I mean? And all the shit they were dismissing and stuff. So let's check this out, folks.
There's a reason they ask you to keep your seatbelts fastened while you're on a plane, and the passengers on a Hawaiian Airlines flight are well aware of it. Dozens were injured, 11 of them seriously, when their plane hit intense turbulence. So what can you do to protect yourself, especially if you're holding a baby? Here's Les Trent.
How do you protect a baby in your arms when there's serious turbulence on a plane? That's the question looming today as a 14-month-old child is counted among those injured in the midair drama.
Attention on board, do we have any trained medical personnel? Do we have any doctors, nurses, firefighters?
The Hawaiian Airlines flight from Phoenix to Honolulu was rocked by severe turbulence just 30 minutes before landing. Witnesses say some passengers who didn't have their seatbelts fastened flew up and hit their heads on the overhead compartments.
It's a pretty severe turbulence, and we accept 3 flight attendants that are injured.
Did you need medical personnel at the gate?
Yes, we do.
This overhead panel was cracked, so was this section of the cabin. This was the scene at Honolulu Airport as first responders rushed to treat the 36 injured passengers and crew. 11 victims were hospitalized. The incident takes place as air travel is peaking for the holidays.
What do you do to keep her secure?
We hold her pretty tight.
So how do you keep an infant safe in a nightmare like this? Victoria Ricanio is at Air Hollywood in LA and spoke to plane safety expert Steve Cowell.
If there's turbulence, what's the best way to keep your kids safe on a plane?
First of all, if you can do it, buy the seat next to you, and you can put in an FAA-approved seat for little kids. Short of that, you can use one of the devices that you can strap around yourself if your child is very, very young, to keep your child secure.
All good to consider when turbulence strikes.
Do we have any trained medical personnel?
Hawaiian Airlines says that aircraft will go through extensive testing before it's allowed back in the skies.
I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, it sucks that D's not here right now because he flew a lot. You know what I mean? And I was just wondering what his feeling about this. I mean, it's a little bit crazy with all of the.
Sorry, I had to take care of something.
That's okay. That's all of you know the issues with Boeing, especially Boeing whistleblower. You know what I mean? They've been. I don't understand why a company would rush something that could fucking kill people. You know,
playing the averages.
Yeah,
you know,
and How long ago was the 747
decommissioned?
actually, no, the architecture of it. When was it actually, starting to be built? How many years?
I believe the 747 was starting to be built in the latter part of the 1960s.
60s.
Yeah,
so
and it flew in the 70s. And it was
flew in the 70s. So we've been flying these things in the air for 50 years. You don't think that somewhere along the way, the engineering and everything, it don't work no more? I mean, especially how we be cloud seeding and everybody fucking with the quality in the air, trying to get it to rain and do stupid shit.
Welcome back, D-Man. It's great getting touch you're wearing. No bow tie. It's okay.
No, I didn't get the memo, and I had to climb on top of the roof, adjust the antenna just properly because I had some internet problems. It bounces off Mexico, and it comes up out my Gordo.
I do have something substantive to add here to this conversation about Boeing, if you don't mind. Chiming in?
We're talking about it, B. What do you mean?
Okay. A number of years ago now, I believe it was about 7 years ago now, I was hospitalized, and my roommate, fellow next to me, was a fellow who was an inspector for aircraft, having to do and he worked for I don't want to say what airline. Delta, excuse me, sounds right.
Yeah.
Delta, excuse me.
Yep.
And he was giving some problem. Anyway, he did mention that he was doing things on the 7 series, 727, 747, 767, whatever else they have.
Yeah.
And at one time, there was such a thing as some sort of an armature on a wing stabilizer, whatever that thing is, having cracks in it, that if he wasn't looking for it, the ordinary people that were less skilled and less practiced probably would have overlooked it, and that plane probably would have gone up going down. The problem is it's a multi thing. It's not just the manufacturers. It's also the practice of some of the repair people or whatever else. Are they getting overworked? Are the companies cheaping out and making people work harder than what they should be, so that they wind up missing things, skipping over things, driving in to get off of this plane, get onto that job. Get the planes out, rather than going over everything with a fine tooth comb and saying, well, it'll fly, whatever else, and if it crashes, it'll be only so much for people to sue over and pay for this or whatever else. Playing the averages.
Okay, so you're saying that look, this bolt might come undone during so much turbulence, that if a plane receives it, could shake this bolt loose. Okay, but hey, we're willing to take the chance because it's going to cost us like about $1.5 million to go back to redo this whole fucking thing. And you're saying, that like that should be okay,
I'm not saying that it should be okay.
No.
I'm saying it's wrong.
I apologize.
This is corporate America at its
right, and it's shameful. It's shameful, and now there's all kinds of goings back and forth between the FAA, you know what I mean, and Boeing, and in Congress or whatever, you know what I mean. D, that's what I'm glad you're back, bro, because you flew a lot, but from work and you just basically fly a lot. I mean,
yes.
How do you feel as, a fucking frequent flyer about do you be a little bit worried if you're going to go on a fucking a Boeing aircraft right now to go take a flight? What's your take?
Well, listening to that whistleblower interview, I think I got back on track. I think I know what you guys are talking about.
Right, you're right. You're right. Go.
He made the comment that if he flies in a 737 model series, he has concerns.
Right.
And that's scary. That comes from an engineer. But my question is, QA/QC, and if these planes are built by a government contract, and I don't understand the aviation field when it comes non-military but I know when we were building tanks, DCMA is always there. That's the Defense Contract Management Agency. And them guys are quality assurance inspectors for
Right, QC. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're QCs for tanks. I don't know what the aviation has, but obviously it's broke.
Right. Right.
It's broke.
Or
And
it's
the
looking,
only
or it's looking the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
No,
it's
and there's
overworked.
well,
Hold on. Let's go back to.
Go ahead, Donnie.
No, let's go back to when these things were built. We're guesstimating on a lot of stuff, and if you're telling me some of these planes that had these accidents were built 30 years ago, and come on now, hey Demas, it ain't changed much. The shape of the plane ain't changed that much. It's just like a house. You might have redid the inside, right? Interior decorating, meaning the inside, but the outside stays the fucking same.
You're the only brother. No, hands up, bro. You're the only fool on this panel that jumps out of them and still here to talk about them.
Right, Donnie. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, pal. You know, the only one in the panel that fucking jumps out a perfectly good running airplane. You know?
That's a good thing for you. Everybody should do that once in their lifetime.
Yeah, I'll probably have 8 heart attacks on the way down.
Feet knees
No,
together.
you'll just have one, bro. It'll be done.
Right. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe because if it's going to happen, I want 8 heart attacks on the way down. You know what I mean?
There's so much. So many other variables that come into fucking play when something goes wrong with these planes, and we're making a big deal out of a few. They've done the right thing and grounded what they know was problems. Correct?
But Donnie, but Donnie, the biggest and it's the simplest fucking thing, and I'm gonna jump on Blaze's bandwagon. It was a fucking bolts, bro. Bolts with some Loctite. Get a work package from QA/QC shop and fucking apply the bolts and torque them down. They're not even. They're missing that step.
Right.
And I want. I don't know if you guys talked about this, but Boeing is responsible for that plane, but Boeing does not actually produce the fuselage. This was an outside company where Boeing contracted them out to do these fuselages for Boeing and airlines. I understand when it gets to Boeing, they package it all up, but they claim full responsibility. That's all I got.
Okay.
Let me ask.
Go ahead, B.
Okay.
Go ahead, B.
Has anybody been to an air show recently? And they have all these planes that are 80, 90, 100 years old that are flying?
Yes, I've been to
if they can make those things fly and they're still safe, why the Christ can't they make modern day aircraft fly safe?
Because modern day aircraft and them 80-year-old aircraft, they might fly at 80-year-old aircraft might fly 1,000 feet. That air show 1,500 feet. That Boeing, you're going at 10,000 feet up higher. The pressure that gets on a plane at that much altitude.
Yes.
Come on, man. Dude, and then here's the thing. Tell me on Earth who in the hell pressure tests a boat at a height they can't fucking fathom or they can't compute. Because you can't compute that with 100% accuracy. I don't give a shit what simulation you run. You cannot compute that 100% accurate. So tell me who's out there testing their boats that way.
If they
science. Where no, bro. When they go ahead, B. I won't forget this.
If they build it and they cannot adequately and realistically repair it and maintain it, then they should get their ass out of the freaking business and start bagging groceries for a living.
Yeah, go D.
You are. Oh, wow.
No, I'll just Ann Hartford. She has a comment. Don't mean to steal anything. Thank you, Blaze, man.
Go ahead.
Profit is key to corporations. Costs are not an issue when they can blame it on a faulty equipment.
Exactly.
Good point.
Exactly.
That's a great point. And gets this right here. That's a great point. It's a great point, Ed. All right. Who wants to add to it?
No, she's 100% right, and that's another reason why am I even going to try to pressure test this boat to see if it's can withstand that pressure when I can just blame it on the boat.
Right. That's
what
what I'm saying. Where
But-
Bowen,
but-
like D said, with Bowen's taking the blame. Oh well, I think that Bowen should take the blame along. Bowen should do an investigation and then take down the company that was sending him the faulty shit. Right. The only reason why I say Bowen has more responsibility because they don't go to a QC those planes before they hit the runways. Bowen doesn't give them a QC check at all.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
so-
they do.
Do you think that they go through in QC every single screw
No.
and nut and bolt that
No,
goes into something?
but they
Of
should.
course not.
But they should. This is human life. This is human life. They should.
I beg to differ, and I
and
speak.
it's cost. I understand about the cost. Go ahead, D. I
No,
get
okay.
the cost.
I beg to differ on the QAQC part. And Donnie, you could jump in at all time because you got experience with this, just like I do when it comes to build in a stall or a line on a production. There is checkpoints that we go through in the automotive world, like a final drive. We will have one set of work instructions, and all it is a couple of Microsoft Point pages. It's got the picture of the final drive, got the bolts, it's got your Loctite fastener thread, and then it's got the torque required calibrations, which is figured in the lab, Donnie. I don't know if they check it, and I think they apply science to it, and that's the same thing with aviation. But I'm pretty sure aviation is a lot more stricter than automotive.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Go
Go ahead, Donnie.
No, Donnie said something funny.
Realistically, what let's take what happens when a plane pulls in, right? This plane pulls in, it drops off passengers. Do you see that plane? Or do you see a bunch of planes backing back out, taking their ass to the maintenance wing for a PMCS check and get my service checks and make sure I'm getting torqued down? Fuck no, man. You see a crew change and they go back. So once again, let's have some kind of sense about, some shit happened, some stuff failed, and it's pretty fraudulent. Boeing needs to figure out that, hey, maybe we need to look more at what's going on our QAQC things, and that's the end of it. Because come the end, that's the only thing you can do is get something better, or they just don't do the shit no more, and you make smaller planes. What is the outcome that everybody's gonna? You think Boeing's just gonna up and shut down, and we're not gonna? No, man, come on.
But
one of the things that I want to take that we're getting away from or we're ignoring is there needs to be some accolades made here, and that is for the flight crew, the people in the cockpit, and the people inside the fuselage of the jetliner that did everything they could to service all the people and get the plane down safely with a minimum of injury and loss of life. And a lot of people are looking at the things that happened. Nobody turns around and said what a fantastic job they did landing that plane in as much of one piece as they possibly could. And I think it's time that someone finally turned around and said congratulations to them and thank them for doing what they had done to get all those people back to safety.
Yeah. D.
Yes, sir. So, in response to Donnie, Boeing is not going anywhere. No, they're not. But I'm pretty sure Airbus is just licking their chops, saying, "Come to us, come to us."
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
On the maintenance of the plane, yes, I agree, Donnie. They drop people. They drop the latrine, the shitter. They fuel up, and it goes to the next flight. But let's understand that pilot has a maintenance checklist before, during, and after, even on an iPad, and he's got it in a hard book copy. And then there also comes what periodic services come in for that aircraft. And I can't stand here and say, 500 hours they rehaul the engine. No, I don't know that, but I think it's in the thousands, like 10,000 hours. Getting back to I am so fucking lost right now because I was on a roll, man.
Let me go with what you were saying.
That just happened to me.
Got to change some
No,
maintenance.
I got it.
I mean, come on.
Okay, but Donnie, hear me out. These planes that are having these mishaps, dude, they ain't even got 500 hours in the air yet. That's chicken scratch for an aviation plane.
Okay, well, go back to
That's chicken, Donnie. And our tanks, shit, we'll take them off the low boy and boom, they'll break.
Okay, go back
But when it comes to, but let me go back to the responsibility. I'm pretty sure Boeing doesn't have too many, give me a minute, manufacturers they can sub out that award to. And what's happening here is that the whole manufacturing for the United States is broke. We sent everything to China. I bet you right now, if you contact China, they got like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 shops that do fuselages, while in versus in the United States, all you have is this one. No, so you're stuck with it. You're stuck with it. And then you're stuck with their practices, their quality practices. So who's it to blame?
Ourselves.
We sent everything to China. And I see a reversal, and I see us weeding off China's titty. But it seems like it's going to take a couple of people to die. And
See, that's the part that pisses me off, but that was awesome,
yes,
brother.
Of course.
That was awesome.
Of course. Thank you.
That was spot on. Spot on for me. You know what I mean?
Donnie? B? Anything?
I'm sitting here in agreement with you. I'm sitting here in the back of my mind. I'm thinking, or I'm seeing all that old footage from World War II about all these places that ramped up and they took car manufacturers and turned them into factories building B-17s and B-25s and so forth. And now I'm just sitting here wondering, scratching my head, what the fuck happened?
And if I can add some stuff, and I had to Google this, Donnie. I didn't know this, but your favorite aircraft, the C-130, that plane has been first flight August 1954. That answers your questions. 80 years, and the only thing that sucks about a C-130, Donnie, I know you haven't experienced this because you jump out, but I've landed in them. It's like landing in a truck, a big truck. Boom.
Hey,
Go ahead, brother.
I've landed too, and yeah, it hurts, but you know,
let's do 10 jumping jacks without crying.
So my biggest thing, and the reason why I brought this topic up, is because, I mean, yeah, now it's not just missing parts or parts that don't work, which is it that baffles me. And I mean, these companies, do you think they really like get in a fucking room and they analyze that if they know that that's an issue? Like, say there's a 96% fucking not chance that the pop breaks. You know what I mean? So they sit there in a room and they're like, okay, if it goes and we lose some people, we're gonna have to pay out this, and this. That's my question to everyone, and everyone that's out there watching right now. Give us a call, man. 508-974-4231. Answer my question, because my boys are smart as shit. One of them's gonna answer it. Probably gonna be Ghost, but go ahead.
Repeat that question.
Damn it, Ghost.
Fucking repeat the question, he says,
you just
right?
babbled. Repeat. Yeah. What's your question?
Hold on. Let me get the engineer. He can rewind what I said. Jesus.
What's your question?
Get your wife on.
Yeah, right?
I want everybody to get this pissed off and excited next time the alternator or something goes out in your car. Get so pissed off and you want to sue everybody and everything else. Parts break. Shit happens, man. Like my posse say all the time. Kakapasa.
Before we go off to break, I wanted to let you know, folks, I have some word coming in from the industry, by the way, from the auto industry, that the Tesla manufacturer is going to start, they're going to bring out a new paint style for the next model year, it's going to be flames.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I'll probably get that when I go to commercial. I don't know. Flames saying it's already burnt, right?
Yeah.
Ding. Hey, where's your little bell, Mr. B? Ding that shit for his ass.
Finally got one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stick around for more of The Way We See It right here on the FFN network. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about some immigration. I got some crazy videos to show you folks. And also the last segment of the night, we're going to talk about the Karen Reed murder trial. Is she being framed or did she do it? And Mr. D is going to bring us all up to speed. With that being said, we'll be right back, man.
My name is Steven, your public relations officer at FFN Media Network. We believe that every story deserves to be heard. Every voice deserves to be amplified, and every idea deserves to shine. As a small media company, we are committed to creating a platform where content creators, visionaries, and changemakers like you can thrive. You might say to yourself, why do we need FFN Network? Well, let me tell you what we can do for you. 1. Our mission is simple: empower, elevate, and engage. We are not just another media outlet. 2. Our producers will help you build your show, add content, and put you on 15 different platforms. 3. We help you promote your show. Whether it is through captivating articles, thought-provoking videos, or inspiring podcasts, we are here to help you make a difference. What sets us apart? At FFN Media Network, we embrace hard work. Our team of talented producers and creators come from all social classes, ensuring that our content reflects a rich tapestry of experiences, cultures, and viewpoints. Join the FFN team. Join FFN Media Network and be part of a community that celebrates creativity, authenticity, and positive impact. Let us amplify your voice and share your story on FFN Network and with the world. Get to know our founder, Blaise St. Pierre, the new guy in the media industry. So if you have a great idea for a show or a business and want to place an ad on FFN Network, give us a call at 774-704-5145 or email us at ffnnetwork9@gmail.com and join the FFN Network family. Thank you. FFN Network.
Why do you believe what you believe? Because at some point in your life, you trusted the information that somebody was giving you. And that someone you trusted told you that a car was a car, a tree was a tree, a bird was a bird, the blue stuff above you is the sky. And that's the way that we began to determine what we believe to be a fact. Most of the things that we believe to be a fact in our lives are told to us through our stories or the news that we hear.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking around for more of The Way We See It right here on the FFN network. And study shows that, people don't like the name Bill. So you switched it over and to
Oh, yeah. You see, I've been paying attention, bro. I've been paying attention. Because
yeah.
I wanted to mess with you. Like, why'd you give him that name? Why'd you give him a name like Guillermo or Valamido?
Right. No, I agree
That's
with
a
you,
home
man.
thing,
I
Donnie.
agree with you. Right now, there's only like a few that they offer, So this was the best choice to add to that one. But yeah. So, anyways, again, everybody, thanks for sticking around for more the way we see it. With yours truly, Blaze Man. To my left, Mr. D. Down below me is Mr. B, and to Mr. B's left is tonight Ghost. And I think you people should send us some emails and see if he keeps that name for the rest of the season. And just be just the way he is right now, and it fits him perfect. Ghost. Um, okay, so second hour of the way we see it. That was a good first hour, guys. I mean, everybody was on a game. I loved it. So this one I'd like to start off because it's I don't know, it's kind of getting crazy in the world. But this is what's happening in New York. We're going to discuss migrants this segment, and these I got a couple of more short videos after this one, and then we'll go to the discussion. Okay, so let's check them out. All right.
All right.
PD officer beating. He was just arrested in a separate Macy's robbery case.
Who killed 5 people, including a 9-year-old child.
26-year-old Corey Alvarez was arrested and charged with raping a 15-year-old disabled girl at a
overrun by a surge of 80,000 illegals yesterday evening.
So that's the first of a few more that I have. Gentlemen, anybody have anything?
I'll go real quick. Thank you, Blaze Man. The first word that comes to my mind when I see all that crime and violence is their lack of ability to assimilate to the laws and customs. Can't say traditions because nothing's a tradition in this country because we're a melting pot. But my biggest question is, why are they still here?
B?
I have to absolutely agree with you, D-Man. Why are these people still here? Why are they, if they're still here, why are they not behind bars? And everybody says we have to take and leave things. The police are going to do this, and police are going to do that, or whatever else. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I've pardon my language. I'm going to get a little bit forceful here, ladies and gentlemen.
Disclaimer.
I'm going to do something here that people aren't going to like or whatever else. But you know what? Fuck all for that. I've had enough. Shit like that's going on because of the Biden administration doing what they're doing to not protect our country is why I carry things like this. Okay? We cannot wait. We cannot think about waiting for the damn police to come out and take care of things. The onus is on our own shoulders. It is on our own shoulders for our own protection, for ourselves and our loved one. When the government says that they can protect you and you don't need one of these things, guess what? They're fucking wrong. And you got to replace the people that are in the government with people who know differently. And that's what I have to say about this.
Donnie, so I want to I want to give a case in point, i.e., example, something I went through at my dentist. But I definitely would love to hear what you have to say at your first bat about this immigration, because I know you'll come up to the plate again.
Oh, because you're Mr.
Wake
Beast.
up, fool.
No, if you want to know why they're still here, go read all the rules between Department of Homeland Security and sheriffs or local PD or Border Patrol when they're supposed to hand over these people to these other agencies, and then they're supposed to. There's too much bureaucracy in the shit. So you got to change some of those rules. That's why they have the fight they have now, because the Republicans had that HR2 thing that passed the House that they were all good for, that would have shut our border down. Now the Democrats want to come out with their thing from the Senate talking about, oh, we're taking a firm stance on border patrol or border protection. No, you ain't, bitches. You should have done that a long time ago. What you're doing is trying to, manipulate it so our borders are more open. But yeah, that's the reason. It's the policies and the procedures and the rules that we have in place for so many different agencies. That's why they're still here. We can't house them. We don't have jail cells to house them. So what the fuck are we going to do with them? We have to leave them out on probation or some bullshit. And we have to give them, got to be back in court on this day for your court hearing. You fucking think they even understand that they got to be back on a certain day? Maybe you can put the shit in Espinal, but they don't fucking care.
Right. They don't care.
This is the desperation and why everybody's clamoring about Biden does nothing. That's why the video is great to have blood on his hands, because it's on his hands too. You've done nothing. He's had the power to shut the border down for a long time, and he's done nothing to do it.
Exactly. I mean,
Demas.
It's that.
Okay, please.
Thanks. It's that. I'm not going to use the word simple, but yes, just like Donald said. Ghost. Can shut the border down. But I'm telling you, man, real quick, I'm going to rant for like 30 seconds. D, you have the floor. And
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just saying, it's votes for the Democratic Party. Look, man, it's like, okay, Trump wins, right? And they're doing everything that they possibly can so this guy doesn't get in. But besides that, they're just, okay, so they took a defeat. It's only going to be for 4 years. Okay, so then they're gonna have another, a better chance to get it. The Democrats, they fucking think ahead. They don't give a shit about what they're doing. I mean, look, we got a talk show, and we're talking about it right now. Because we're trying to voice our word, but how much power do the American people actually have, man? I mean, this is 2024. Okay, and we might have a caller. Hey, caller, you're on the air with The Way We See It on FFN Network. How are we doing this evening? Oh. Okay.
So that Senator Kennedy told Mayorkas that he needed to step down because him and Biden are creating this mess at our border. And I was like, thank God, but it didn't seem like anybody gave a shit. It's just, I don't even know what to make of the violence we're seeing everywhere. It's horrible.
Anybody want to answer, Ann?
I'm sorry. I'm hearing something in the background that sounds like a radio or something. It was very difficult for me to understand what she was saying. What was the bodice of?
Yeah, and they can hear you, but you're breaking up a little bit. We thank you for the phone call, but you're breaking up a little bit. So if you'd like to try back in a couple of minutes, that'd be great because we really would like to hear your thoughts on this. Okay, thank you, and
Demas.
Yes, I was taking a nap. Well, I dare you
go ahead,
wake me
guys.
up.
Go.
All right, Blaze. Just look at the ticker. You're about to hit
I'm
150 right
still
now.
here, bro. I'm still here.
Wait, you got 150. Somebody mentioned we lost that power. Yes, we did, and we all know when that happened. And that happened when John F. Kennedy got assassinated, and it just kept on going from there. But I want to get back to my story of the dentist I met that I got introduced to by the VA. I got basically put out in the market, and it was just random fortune. I got it. Quick story: this gentleman is a Dominican Republican. He was a migrant. He is an American citizen. He came to establish himself in New York City. Figured out at a very young age that the Democrats weren't kicking it, so he went to more of a Republican state. And why do I bring that up, and why do I know that? Because before he started drilling my crown out, he was talking about I'm thinking about I've been talking to my brother to come down here, and the first point he said is like, there's too many Republicans down there. So the dentist made a good point. No, and defending this now, because the dentist lives here in Texas. Great gentleman, real crafty hands. He went to one source. He talked about rent, and he asked his brother. He said, "How much you pay for rent?" He said, $4,600 a month for one bedroom, and that's not including nothing else, no utilities.
Where?
But New York City, in the Bronx, in a good area. And hold up, you got a monthly cost of $300 for a parking. So I just looked at the dentist, and I'm like, so why did you decide to come to Texas? He says the liberals are killing these states. And he started talking about California, New York, and a little bit about Massachusetts. And it's really scary for me because what this gentleman was talking about is that look at California and Massachusetts. And again, I relate to Massachusetts, born and raised there, blah, blah, blah. The only thing different between California and Massachusetts is gas prices.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the weather.
A what?
The weather.
No, man. No, and shit. But no, seriously, look at it. And he made this final comment to when he put his mask back up, and he said, these liberals are killing these states with all these stupid laws, taxes, and everything else that goes with it. And I just wanted to, and that's a neutral party. This gentleman looks like he can go both ways, you know, and Republican or Democrat. He's more.
You mean politically,
guy.
of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a quick statement. The phone lines are up and go ahead.
Yes, sir. And that's all I got. Yeah, I mean, he shared that with me, and he was 100% correct.
Ghost.
That's all I got on this, man. That's I struck out on that one. I'm coming back up to the plate.
What are the shit at the border? Change policies. Get your asses in the room because the senator Schumer or whatever his name is that introduced this latest border protection shit. He knows it's not going anywhere. He knows it because they tried it before when they were doing the last bit of Ukraine aid. Get your asses in the room, all you people in DC that are on whatever committee that does the border patrol. Get your asses in the room. Don't come out till it's done. That's the same shit I had to live by, the same standard I had to live by for 20 plus years. Don't come out till it's fucking done. Don't go home till it's done. Well, get your asses in the room and do the same. Because they got to find some kind of compromise. If not, vigilante justice might be coming around a lot sooner than people want. And you can't have that running around, especially down in places like Texas, the southern states where guns and gun safety is taught to people at an early age. They're taught to use these things. You can't be having vigilante justice. And I think that's coming if they don't do something soon. And as far as California goes, California, you read about their latest tax to help with the gun violence. It's going to be an extra 11% tax or 11-cent tax on ammo. That's on top of the state and the federal taxes. You got to pay an additional 11% or 11 cents or some shit. And that's gonna how they're gonna curb gun violence because they can't have the rounds to shoot the guns. So I'm like, okay, that's smart. We've all noticed how that works. Just look at Chicago. More gun violence and the strictest gun laws.
Here comes Joe and Joan gangbanger up to City Hall waving a check. I want to pay the taxes on my 9mm that I illegally got.
You got to do it in the store, somewhere. Right. But here's another thing. So they want to pay these extra taxes on the ammunition. So when the city buys ammunition and the law enforcement agencies buy it in California, do they have to pay that same tax back to themselves? I mean, that's how stupid the fucking laws are. You know what I'm saying?
Well, B, you're laughing up over there, buddy. What's on your mind?
Well, he's making a point. No, okay, so they're going to tax ammunition, let's say, even sold to like the police department and things like that. So who's going to pay for it? Well, the police budget. Where does the money come from for the police budget? Out of the taxpayer's pocket. So now you're taxing them again for something else to protect themselves. Hello? Taxation without fair representation? If that isn't how...
That's how the civil...
All right, B. All right, bro. You're turning all red in the face and stuff, bro. Okay.
He's good.
Yeah, take a deep breath through that fucking, through the nose there, buddy.
Man. But yes, B, you make a good point. They don't see that.
It makes a great point. Sorry, B. I'm off
you
point
think it's great. You think it's gravy and it's going to do all this good, but you don't realize that you just put that back on the shoulders of every working taxpayer, or just like your student debt. Let me get rid of it. You just put that. And even the ones that say, oh, I got rid of my student debt. No, you didn't. You still have to pay for that shit in taxes because they borrowed the money to pay it off. And then they're going to pay that loan back with the taxes you make from the earnings you make. So
if they ever get off their ass out of their parents' basement.
Right, but you're paying the shit longer. Instead of paying 20 years on the loan, guess what? If you live 50, 70 years, you pay for 50, 70 years. That's the only difference. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, hot diggity dog, Donnie. We're all fucked.
Damn. So what's on your mind, D?
No, he's talking about representation. Have you seen what's up there in the White House? I'm not even talking about the president. I'm talking about Congress.
Yeah.
And especially this little spat that they had with old Marjorie Taylor Greene and this Crockett chick from, I think, Texas, and she's a Democrat, and old AOAC. We got clowns in there talking about eyelashes, butch bodies,
That was rich.
But it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. She can be a little asshole because it was her turn to talk, and the first thing she said was, "Who's receiving campaign donations from Judge Merchan's daughter?" Because she's a big Democrat hack, and that just triggered Crockett. Like, I don't know, we're here for Merrick Garland, and then that just triggered Green, and I'm like, what a bunch of fucking clowns, bunch of clowns, and they're making $175,000, $160,000 a year, and I'm pretty sure they got so many tax breaks they cleared probably about 140 of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about housing? What about housing?
What I had housing was I had a shelter half and I had to look for another buddy for housing. That's what these motherfuckers need.
Right.
Is a shelter half.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a little pup tank.
Agree.
Go ahead, Donnie.
No, I'm just saying I don't know what they make for their housing stipend, but damn well that DFAC is nice and plushy.
Fuck yeah.
24/7, all that.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
So much
that's what I'm saying. Is there like an area, like where a lot of them stay and all live? You know what I mean?
Oh, if you listen to them, there's a bunch of different little housing apartment complexes. If you ever been down deep in that area, there's apartment complexes everywhere. But if you listen to a senator or a congressperson, they're going to tell you Rent's so expensive, and we gang up together in these 5-bedroom homes, and we rent out rooms together and all this other shit. While they got a 1-bedroom suite in their fucking office. Hey, well, you don't. It's a problem. Well, then save your money and live in your suite. That's where your ass is there all the fucking time anyway.
Right.
You get so much time off to go to your constituents and all that other shit and back in your states. Well, guess what? You live in the office. Sucks for you. Don't know what to tell you.
Right. Okay, guys. I got one more to show, and that will take a few minutes, and then we'll talk about it a few minutes, and then we're gonna bust off to our last break of the show, and then when we come back from break, we'll talk Karen Reed's murder trial. So let's take a look at this one here.
A warning to America. 25 ways the U.S. is being destroyed in under 2 minutes. 1. Open borders and illegal immigration. 2.
Check.
Rampant crime in unsafe cities. 3.
Check.
Mass addiction and fentanyl. 4. Election insecurity and interference. 5. The educational indoctrination of children. 6. The asymmetrical weaponization of justice. 7. The destruction of private property rights. 8. Inflation and debt. 9. The global depopulation agenda. 10. Record low fertility and plummeting birth rates. 11. Unaccountable federal bureaucracies. 12. Toxic food supply. 13. Vaccine and pandemic disinformation. 14. The transcontagion and sterilization of children. 15. Overprescription of pharmaceuticals. 16. Destruction of the nuclear family and parental rights. 17. DEI and the new racism. 18. Moral and societal decay. 19. The financing of endless foreign wars. 20. The sprawling surveillance state. 21. The centralization and consolidation of government power. 22. The destruction of trust in institutions. 23. The censorship industrial complex. 24. State media propaganda. 25. The smearing of those who challenge it.
Mission log 2050-01.
Pretty fucking trippy, huh?
Oh no, it's not trippy because that's half true right now. Half of that is going on right now. What they call it, making where kids can't have kids. You know, making where
sterilization.
Sterilization. There you go. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. That's happening with some of these so-called gender switch surgery type shits, right?
Right.
All the stuff they're doing, trying to say it's okay. Look at what's going on, though. We don't trust the institutions that give us information. We don't. I know I don't. There's too much false information out there. Anybody that goes against the thread right now, like Trump or anybody else that's going against the Democrats and their whole, we need to take care of everybody, you get shamed. I'm telling you, you get shamed and you get shut down quick. And it's not just at a national level. Look at your local news. You get the whole cancel culture. There it is right there. I mean, come on, it's coming. The people, what they don't give a shit about society or any rules, that happens right now.
Go B.
People out there squaring that
Gentlemen,
they don't.
I want to pause here for a point of information that you're going to want to see. I just received this message from the people, the fine people at Facebook, saying that they removed my content. It says it looks like you shared or sent symbols, praise or support of people and organizations we define as dangerous or followed them, and they reference the information name is Iran, Gaza hostages on the way we see it, FFN. Take a look and see if you can see this. I hope you can see this.
B. I probably got the same thing.
He's mad, boys. He's frustrated.
What is going on in our society?
Yeah, exactly.
We have things when we're talking about things about protecting and defending ourselves, and these people are turning around, kicking us in the ass, and doing everything they possibly can.
Go ahead, Ghost. I gotta interrupt you.
And knock down our spirit. And this is fucking bullshit. And I've had enough.
Go ahead, Ghost.
Oh, but Mr. B's right. I mean, I gotta go. Thanks for everybody tuning in. You know, I'll see y'all next week. Do positive.
It travels to you, my friend.
Hey, I'm just saying, limited speech. There it is, just by that example. Somebody somewhere feels like you're doing something wrong. Who are you to say it's wrong? What authority do you have? If I'm questioning that, what do you think a lot of other people that don't come here are doing? Just leave you with that. Talk to y'all later, man.
Thanks,
All right,
brother.
Ghost 2-3. This is Lion now. Roger out.
See you, bro.
He
Listen,
done.
he's absolutely right. B, you're right too. Why do you think that FFN Network? We're trying to do everything we can. Okay, we already got the website up and running. It's still under construction, so when people go to visit, yeah, you're gonna see the same thing because I got to work on it. And anyways, okay. And my goal is to have enough people that watch the network shows that they just go to our website and watch them, and I don't have to deal with stuff like that. Okay,
Well, I'm
so
calling her
now,
bullshit out, my friend.
your
I've had enough.
content, all the content that is connected through FFN on Facebook, okay, is getting hit with the same notification, and our show was probably knocked off of Facebook. Okay,
I'll tell you what
and
it was. I'll tell you what
because
stirred the bee in the bonnet is when I picked up my little appliance that I have over here, even though it was in probably the most safe condition you could possibly have, open, broken, and inoperable, unable to do any harm to anybody unless I dropped it on my foot. And because someone saw the form of a pistol, somebody went over there and tripped over their dick.
It wasn't me. My
Ann
shit ain't that long.
Ann had just commented on the show and said, "I keep getting your post is deemed inappropriate." So that says right, inappropriated, something like that. Okay,
That's why Elon Musk purchased Twitter, now known as X.
Yeah,
and he said it was to protect the First Amendment. Wow,
X.
He wasn't even born in this country.
Right. X is one of our biggest supporters as of late.
Yeah.
X has been very kind to us. And like I said, these are the companies that that FFN Network will stay with. Okay. Because I get no problems from Twitch whatsoever. No problems from Twitch whatsoever. No problems whatsoever from X. Okay. And knock on some wood, I haven't got any issues from YouTube. The only company is, like my opinion is the biggest liberal, tech company out there, if you ask me. So all we did was do what we do, and that's the way we see it. So we saw it that way, and we played it. Okay. All right. That's our opinions, and that's the way that we see that our country is turning to. Okay.
And if somebody doesn't like it, by the way, guess what, folks? I'm going to do exactly what I keep doing always. And somebody don't like it, tough fucking shit.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. And when we come back, we're going to calm down, and Mr. D is going to take the floor, and we're going to talk about the Karen Reed murder trial. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Steven, your public relations officer at FFN Media Network. We believe that every story deserves to be heard. Every voice deserves to be amplified, and every idea deserves to shine. As a small media company, we are committed to creating a platform where content creators, visionaries, and changemakers like you can thrive. You might say to yourself, why do we need FFN Network? Well, let me tell you what we can do for you. 1. Our mission is simple: empower, elevate, and engage. We are not just another media outlet. 2. Our producers will help you build your show, add content, and put you on 15 different platforms. 3. We help you promote your show. Whether it is through captivating articles, thought-provoking videos, or inspiring podcasts, we are here to help you make a difference. What sets us apart? At FFN Media Network, we embrace hard work. Our team of talented producers and creators come from all social classes, ensuring that our content reflects a rich tapestry of experiences, cultures, and viewpoints. Join the FFN team. Join FFN Media Network and be part of a community that celebrates creativity, authenticity, and positive impact. Let us amplify your voice and share your story on FFN Network and with the world. Get to know our founder, Blaise St. Pierre, the new guy in the media industry. So if you have a great idea for a show or a business and want to place an ad on FFN Network, give us a call at 774-704-5145 or email us at ffnnetwork9@gmail.com and join the FFN Network family. Thank you. FFN Network.
Why do you believe what you believe? Because at some point in your life, you trusted the information that somebody was giving you. And that someone you trusted told you that a car was a car, a tree was a tree, a bird was a bird, the blue stuff above you is the sky. And that's the way that we began to determine what we believe to be a fact. Most of the things that we believe to be a fact in our lives are told to us through our stories or the news that we hear. So my question would be, if they were deceiving you with the stories they tell you, would you be able to recognize that?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the last half hour of The Way We See It right here on the FFN Network. Don't forget to check out Politicking with Mr. B. Okay? That's tomorrow, Wednesday, 5/22/2024 from 7 to 8 p.m. Right here on the FFN Network, followed by I-12 GIA, Real Talk with Real People, from 8 to 9 p.m. right here on the FFN Network. So don't forget to check those shows out, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to run a video, and then we are going to get into the Karen Reed murder trial. Right on, brother, right? Right on, right on.
Yes,
right
sir.
on.
Yes, sir. Let me just give a little shit,
Yeah,
not a
man.
disc. Yeah, not a, no, I'm trying to get the right word out.
Synopsis?
Yes. This video is going to let you know how this family is all tied in, all the way from the defendant to the victim. It's a real. I've been scouring the internet to look for something that I could show your viewing audience, Blaise Man and Mr. B, of how this is all tied in. And without further ado, could you please roll the tape, Blaise Man?
Sure.
Thank you.
That's Jennifer McCabe talking about texting John O'Keefe, the victim in the case. The police officer, the boyfriend of Karen Reed, who was found on the lawn. Now, these text messages are crucial evidence, I think, for both sides in terms of trying to establish some timeline of when all of this, depending upon which version you believe, could have happened. So let's take a listen to her describing the text messages back and forth, and then we'll bring in our insiders to see exactly what it means. Let's take a look.
So this one is from myself to John, and it says here at 12:27. So at that point, I see a car out front, and I text him here.
testified to as far as looking out the front storm door, seeing a car.
No, bro. Can you go back?
Correct.
It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
If you could scroll down.
I'm sorry, bro. Did you want me to go back?
Yeah, to 2:20, and then it'll cancel out. What we need to talk about is 8:45, and I'll keep track.
Okay, brother. Give me 1 second.
That was miscommunication. I see what you read.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the one that you sent me, sir, in the text, that's where it starts at. It starts at that guy talking.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's.
So what are we looking for on the video?
They bring up a PowerPoint, and it shows all the key players, man, and they give a little brief introductory and how they play into each another, i.e., marriage, sister-in-law, friend.
Right, so this is where it starts. Is this the PowerPoint that you're talking about?
No, it's at 2:20. You're at 1938.
Yeah, right.
No,
right.
I need it at 2:20.
Oh, okay. When you grabbed the video, the person who put it up on YouTube probably started it at the 19, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's how. What do you got? 221, right?
Yes.
221.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being patient with us. All right, we're gonna start at 217 because I can't get my fingers to work. All right, here we go.
And complicated than that. So at first level, it's a conspiracy between the state and local police. So you've got the Massachusetts State Police who took over the investigation from the local police, the Canton Police Department. And they're saying that these two police departments, both seemingly part of this conspiracy to cover up what really happened, to protect the people who are really responsible, and to literally frame Karen Reed by planting evidence, not doing interviews, writing things down in reports that weren't 100% accurate, not investigating people who were involved, according to the defense and their conspiracy, what they're alleging here. So that's one level of this, right? Which is law enforcement. I've seen that before. Alleged, and we've seen it actually take place. Police cover-ups of crimes that they commit. Maybe it's excessive use of force or a bad shooting, and some officers cover for others, and there's sort of a cover-up, and they lie, and they say the person who they beat up is the one who actually started everything. Like, we've seen cases like that. But this is different. This is different because the conspiracy goes to another level now. The next level involves the Alberts. And there's two members of the Alberts family. You've got the ones who own the home, and then you've got the other Alberts, which are the Alberts who are actually friends with the victim. You've got the other Albert who they're pointing the finger at. You've got the Alberts who own the home, and you've got Alberts who are connected to law enforcement, right? Brian Albert's a Boston police officer, and so was John O'Keefe, the victim in all of this. But the Boston Police Department really isn't involved in this investigation. It's the Canton Police, the local Canton Police, and the state police. But the Albert family also being accused of covering things up, of lying, and coordinating all of this. Again, to cover up a crime that happened in Brian Albert's home. Inside the home, not on the yard, but inside the home, okay? Also involved in this, another family, are the McCabe's. And the McCabe's lying for the Alberts. The McCabe's saying things or attributing things to Karen Reed that she didn't actually say, seeing things they didn't necessarily see, saying that they didn't see other things that they should have seen, right? So there's a lot to it, and there's a lot of people involved.
Yeah.
But I think at the primary level here, you're talking about the state and local police.
Okay, so we're going to give it 5-6 minutes or whatever. I want to be able to talk about it a little bit. Okay, brother? But this one goes out to Mr. D tonight because this is a fucking good video right here.
Thank you. There's
the Alberts.
Gad, you want to say something before I hit it?
Yes, yeah, it's going to break it down, and you'll see the relationships.
Right. I love the way that they're doing this. Right. You know.
Oh, you're gonna love it even more.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it.
Yes,
and
sir.
the McCabe's. So it's important to understand how everyone knows each other. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of this just so you have a better, because it gets very confusing very quickly, right? Very confusing. My job is to cover this story, right? Is to understand the story, and you got to keep studying it. So let's walk through that. Let's start with John O'Keefe, the victim in all of this. He is friends with Jennifer McCabe because his niece, who he is raising, and Jen's daughter are friends. So there's a connection between John O'Keefe and Jennifer McCabe, and they were communicating that night via text, and they saw each other at the bar. Jennifer McCabe and Matthew McCabe are husband and wife. They are married. And Jennifer and Matthew McCabe have a daughter named Allison McCabe, also known as Allie. She testified. You saw her on the witness stand. She's an important figure in all of this as well, according to the defense theory here. Now, where are we? Jennifer McCabe's sister is Nicole Albert, okay? Again, the McCabes and the Alberts. Nicole Albert is married to Brian Albert. They're the ones who own the home. Brian is the Boston police officer. Knew John O'Keefe sort of, but wasn't close to him. Somebody else in his family actually was closer. Their children are Brian Jr. It was his birthday that they were celebrating in the house before the adults came home, even though he's an adult at this point. And Caitlin Albert is their daughter. Brian Albert Sr.'s brother is Chris Albert. Okay, Chris Albert has testified as well. Chris is married to Julie Albert.
This is crazy.
And they were not at the party. They were at the bar that night, but they didn't go back to the house. But somebody in their family was apparently at the house, their son, Colin Albert. Okay?
There he is.
Colin Albert, you saw his testimony. The defense is pointing the finger at him and his cut up knuckles. Now, Colin is friends with Allie McCabe, and she is the one who drove him home from the Alberts' home. And we saw those text messages. 12:10 was apparently the time that she showed up to pick up Colin. So you see how important Allison McCabe is for Colin Albert in this case. And you see their connection. They're friends and they're like cousins. Their cousins are cousins. So they're sort of related, but not directly.
And then there's
now,
Karen Reed.
Colin's mom, Julie Albert's best friend is Courtney Proctor. Okay? Courtney Proctor. Courtney Proctor's brother, not her husband, but her brother is Trooper Michael Proctor. Okay, so you see where this is, the connections are. Colin Albert's mom, best friend, is the sister of Michael Proctor. Michael Proctor led the investigation into John O'Keefe's death. He is a trooper with the Massachusetts State Police. So there you have the connections.
All right.
There'll be a test at the end of the program.
Oh,
now.
Oh, yeah, I'll pass that test. Gad, D, you was going to say something.
Okay, I got a lot to say here.
All right, do you want to play a little bit more, and then I'll let you take the floor?
Yeah, it's almost over.
Okay.
Can't play it. I don't want to shortchange nobody.
All right, man.
But
Let's bring in Court.
Yeah, this is it, bro.
TV crime and justice correspondent Matt Johnson joining us tonight live from outside the courthouse in Dedham.
All right, bro.
So go back to that. Keep that video up so we can see the people.
Mm-hmm. Now go back where?
Right. Right there.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is what I understand from what I've been seeing. We'll stop for the first one, all the way to the right. Matthew McCabe. His cup of tea, his employment.
There'll be a test.
his
sorry, go ahead.
employment, he's an IT information specialist. That's going to come into play here soon. Jen McCabe is currently on the stand. She is a narcissistic bitch. You don't believe me? You guys can go online. She's currently on the stand. Nicole Albert, she was on the stand. She's the husband of Brian Albert that had 30 years with the Boston Police. John O'Keefe was found in his yard. Brian Albert did absolutely nothing. Going to the next one, Chris Albert. Chris Albert and Julia Albert, they're correct. They were not there. They went to their pizza joint after hours, and they talk about how they make pizzas and all that stuff. But this guy right here, going down to Colin Albert, all these people were on the stand already, and they all tried to defend Colin Albert that he wasn't in the house. And let's go back to Allison McCabe right there. The defense tore this young lady up with technology data packages, and the data package that they were getting her, because she said she went to the house to pick up Colin and she went home. It was bullshit. She has, you guys probably heard this app, Life 360. It tells you where your kids are at and stuff like that. They were able to generate that. They were able to generate that data, and the bullshit lie that they did.
That she got caught in.
Yes, yes. I don't recall saying the screen was saying Wi-Fi required. And where they're getting smart on this is with Matthew McCabe. So we'll get back to the text messages and stuff of Colin Albert. Do you know you can go into your settings on an iPhone and change the date stamp on a message or a photo? I didn't know this, and I'm pretty sure Android models, you could probably do the same thing too.
Right.
I had no idea.
Yeah, because Allison McCabe and Colin Albert, they were playing around. She was the getaway driver for Colin Albert to get out of that house and secure him. Caitlin Albert to the right, she's another Jennifer McCabe. She cried. She cried on the stand. Yep. She's
Jennifer?
the only one I've seen cry. No,
About
Caitlin
what?
Albert.
About what?
Let me go, Dad. That she was getting harassment, phone calls, emails, people putting stuff in their yard and stuff, because the whole town of Canton knows these people are behind this. And one key fact that didn't come up, and I haven't got to the Proctors yet, is that the Alberts, Brian Albert and Chris Albert, they have 5 siblings. And they failed to realize that one of the Albert brothers, and I don't know his name, but I can find it, he's a Canton PD. He is a Canton police officer.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So-
I've heard that in discussion while following the trial and stuff. I've heard that. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
And then Julia Albert, protecting Colin, she contacted Courtney. She contacted Michael Proctor, I'm sorry, regarding thank you for not investigating Colin. What can I do for you? And then the state trooper responded back, let's not think about me. Why don't you get a gift for my wife?
Right.
And this all smells like a pile of shit, man. And these people are corrupt. They're tight, and the defense lawyers are tearing them a new asshole.
Good.
And I hope that caught you up, Mr. B.
Yeah, this is quite enlightening, and you can't write stuff like this for the soap operas. This is magnificent stupidity at its best.
But we were growing up as young men watching Perry Mason, all these law movies, and what's that big one comes out of New York, man? Crime and Justice, Law and Order.
Right. Law and Order. Yeah.
And I was always brought up as a young man. When you're on the witness stand, that's like you talking to God. You need not be lying. But with the McCabe's and Alberts, that's all they do is lie. And we just don't have enough of time in the show, Blaze. Or maybe
Yep.
I should put up a video to show the lies. How the Fed's attorneys, they're marvelous, bro. They're marvelous.
Well, like we promised the audience, brother. I mean, yeah, get that video and we can edit it if we need to, whatever, and send that to me. We'll keep this one and we'll add more time to the Karen Reed trial. Because they're saying what there's this will be over in maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes.
Go ahead, B.
They're in week 4 right now. Sorry, B.
It seems to me that all of these people that are all trying to cover things up or whatever else, it seems as though that they are indifferent to the law and believe that they are not subject to it because they are protected in that blue cloud that is there. Not the thin blue line or whatever else, but there's a blue cloud that all of these people who are in the public service over a period of time, the people that are of this mind believe that they can get away with things and they have privileges because they are in these public services and they are above the law. They are the law, and it seems to me that that's exactly what's going on here. And the stories that we're hearing and the directions these things are going just seem like that they're making this crap up all hockety pockety and saying, oh well, it'll all get washed over, swept over the rug, and we're all going to be fine. I don't think at all that this is going to get cast under the carpet and swept away that way. I don't see that at all happening.
No, go ahead, Blaze. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
This hasn't hit the national circuit yet. Yeah, it has hit Court TV, but I haven't seen nothing on the major media networks.
Well,
CNN, go ahead,
I'm sorry. I'm agreeing with you, but yeah, but for me, I bet you as soon as they indict one of those cops, then CNN and then people will grab it.
Yes, but the travesty in all this is there is one man, Aiden Kearney, and I got to give him a little props, Blaze. I've been watching his shit. If it wasn't for this man's investigative journalism with balls, I think Karen Reed would get indicted on the 2nd-degree murder charge.
I got you.
The hell, I'm done with this Karen Reed. There is not enough to convict. My question is, who the fuck killed Officer John O'Keefe that died on Brian Albert's Boston PD officer and did not render first aid?
Right. You and I agree that he was beat. There was a fight in the house and they beat him up.
Bro, I just found this out on
and let's not
trial.
forget the dog bite, bro.
Right.
Let's not forget the dog bites.
No, they're kicking. Yeah, they're kicking that around, but the defense hasn't attacked that yet because they got a specialist coming in with canines and stuff, and also accident reconstruction teams.
Right,
guys.
I gotta interrupt you for a quick second.
Yes, sir.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, whoever went from one platform to another to continue watching us, because I seen the numbers go down and then pop back up. So I really appreciate that. So look, the company's got a big decision to make, and everybody that does stuff with the company will be involved in that decision, because this is I'm done with. Okay, so.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, we're not live on Facebook no more. They took us down. So, and I'm gonna hit see why, because I want everybody to see why. Okay. All I did is we talk about Iran, we talk about Gaza. Okay. There are hostages in Iran. Okay. I forget what it is. A couple of political people, guys.
Yes.
I'll tell you what the message is that I got.
Okay, well, B, I'm gonna hit the thing.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
mean,
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever, but you know, you getting knocked down, yeah, it sucks. It's a piece of shit thing to do, but now they knocked me down, so anybody who watches any shows from FFN Network can't now. So, anyways, so let's see why. Okay, we removed your video. Why this happened? I think it's probably going to say the same as yours, B. It looks like you shared or sent symbols, praises, or support of people and organizations we define as dangerous or followed them. They're saying that the videos I played were dangerous.
No, I don't even think they looked at the videos, bro. I think the key word was Iran, Gaza.
And hostages.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. What you need to know, repeatedly breaking our rules can cause more account restrictions. How we made this decision. Let's request a review. Right, guys? Let's
Wow, it is the video, bro. Wow.
I know it is. I told you that. Request review. Dangerous individuals and organizations. Can you fucking believe that? Can you all believe that, ladies and gentlemen?
What dangerous individuals? What dangerous organizations?
The video that we showed, you know, someone putting a video together, and I thought it was a damn good fucking video. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But apparently Facebook is against it. Okay. And they just shut us down on Facebook. And D, if you can remember, can you say why we and you know Elon Musk is not even a fucking American? And do you remember what you said earlier about him with X?
Yeah, he purchased X for the protection of the First Amendment of the United States. Right. That's the only reason he bought it.
Okay, so thank you, Elon. Okay, because we're still kicking ass on X right now. All right. Anyways, so continuing with Facebook, what's the word I could use that they're doing to me? Canceling me? Are they canceling me? Guys,
no, but if you, I don't know, Blaze.
You don't know? B?
No.
B is just
censoring.
They're
definitely censoring.
Censoring. That's the word right there. That's the word right there. Well, Ann says that she's still watching us on Unbelievable. I guess we aren't supposed to have a point of view. No, not at all, Ann. Of course not. But yes, thank you, Ann. Well, apparently Ann is still watching us on FFN Radio Network on Facebook. It's the video they're taking down. So I guess if you want to share and watch this show, and this could happen to you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, I'm sorry. The content that we showed, we would never show anything disturbing, and even if we did, we would warn our audience. Number one, number two, this show is called The Way We See It. Okay, it's our opinion on things. Okay, and if other people like the content that they're watching, it's their right to watch and listen to what we are saying. And if anybody is not happy with the programming, there's only one thing that you can do: shut us off. That's all. You don't need to harass us. But anyways, why do you want another review? Let's see. The restriction is too harsh. You misunderstood this video. This video doesn't break the rules. Videos like mine should be allowed. And something else, guys.
We do not anywhere in our presentation support any hate or hurtful
Anything.
organizations.
Yeah, we don't do that, B. It's just a bunch of shit. Anyways, let's see. I don't know. What would you feel the best one is to choose? D. Want me to read them off to you again?
Second one.
The restriction is too harsh. You misunderstood this video. Yeah. B. How about you?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You misunderstood the video.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We're all in agreement. You misunderstood the video. Okay. Continue. All right. What should we know about your video? Man, I'm so fucking happy this is live and this is getting recorded at the same time. What should we know about your video? Choose the option to explain why your video follows our rules. Johnny? It was to raise awareness. It's about an important issue. It's not offensive, in my opinion. I mean, in my region. Sorry. I was responding to someone else. It was a joke. D.
It's about an important issue.
It's about an important issue. B.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
Okay. It was to raise awareness. Now then we would be really bad, right? It's it's about an important issue. All right, I agree. Okay, all three of us agree with that one. Yeah, all right.
Yes.
B,
We even have an agreement from Ann Hartford.
B. Make sure when you do yours, you mark it the same way.
If I can find this, I'm trying to find it now.
It'll be in the notifications, B, when you look at it. Anyways, why do you want another review? Blah blah blah. What should we know about your video? Blah blah blah. What will do? We'll update you within a few days. Your case. Sorry, folks, I can't see it. Let me push close. There we go. Your case will be looked at again by our technology or a reviewer. We'll use the additional info you gave us to improve our system. We aim to respect your free expression while keeping the community safe.
That was written from some IT puke out of fucking Harvard.
This is telling you right here. This wasn't done by a human being. Some AI bullshit.
Okay. I can't.
This is some artificial intelligence bullshit.
Is Slowpoke Rodriguez. That's all, folks.
All right, I'm ready to hit submit. Is everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Boom. You'll hear back from us soon. Thanks for requesting a review. We'll let you know when we've made a decision. Most people hear back in less than 4 days, but it can take longer. What you need to know: if you or someone you know may be struggling, there are ways to get help.
What
you told us how reviews work. Let's click this one, guys. Help is available. If you or someone you know may be struggling, there are ways to get help.
What the hell does this have to do with?
Reach out to a friend, message someone you trust, contact a helpline, call or text for support. See suggestions from professionals outside of Meta. Learn what you can do in the moment. Okay. All right. Anyways, that has absolutely nothing to fucking do with anything, but okay. All right, and we're done here. Done and done. All right. So with that being said, I'm got a decision to make, fellas. So I will be in contact with you. Thank you, everybody, for listening to The Way We See It. Okay, right here on the FFN network. Be kind, be safe. If you got it, give it. That's all. Peace and love to each and every one of you out there. Thanks for watching The Way We See It, Mr. D.
Y'all have a good evening. It was a great night. Take care. God bless y'all. And I'll see you next week.
Mr. B.
Got a program coming up tomorrow evening, and of course, it will be followed by the I-12 GIA group later after that. I want to thank everybody who's been watching.
Bye-bye,
Say good
Ann.
night. Good night. We'll see you.
Good night, Ann. Thanks for watching. And good night again, everyone. Peace and love from FFN Net.
Why do you believe what you believe? Because at some point in your life, you trusted the information that somebody was giving you. And that someone you trusted told you that a car was a car, a tree was a tree, a bird was a bird, the blue stuff above you is the sky. And that's the way that we began to determine what we believe to be a fact. Most of the things that we believe to be a fact in our lives are told to us through our stories or the news that we hear. So my question
You have just watched an FFN Network production.